All right, let's get this going. So, hello everybody. Welcome to this all hands support day talk about setting up team features in Olark. My name is Joe. We're just going to do a spin through of some of the Olark features that are designed to help teams work a little bit more efficiently. Just a quick note about me. Again, my name is Joe Ellis. I'm one of the front-end engineers at Olark. I started at Olark in January. So I am also getting ramped up, much like Madeline. I'm going to go through this presentation. If you have any questions or anything like that, we have other Olarkers that are manning the chat box. You're also free to just post any questions in there. They can either answer it, or if I see one pop up, I might just answer it myself as we go along. It's supposed to be a little bit informal. We're going to do a bit of a walkthrough, so I think this will go pretty well, pretty interactive. So first, talk a little bit about what team features are. Olark's main feature, of course, is being able to talk to your customers one-on-one. But Olark's tool set is not just limited to that. We also have lots and lots of features to help operators communicate with each other, which usually helps increase the overall effectiveness of your support team and just makes doing support overall much, much easier. So I'm going to go over some of the easy walkthroughs, of my favorite team-oriented features. So we're going to do operator groups, some chat routing, chat transfers, and then CRM integrations. So first, let's take on operator groups. If you haven't seen the feature before, operator groups basically allows you to group operators into specific categories, like sales groups, marketing group, engineering group, etc. And then you can control which groups chats are sent to. So for example, you can create a sales group and ensure that chats on your sales page are sent exactly to just those operators, which is really, really great because you can really target a lot of your different pages on your website so that you can ensure certain operators will be able to answer the questions that are from that page. You can set rules on your website to help control some of this sort of stuff. We have some very easy way to set these rules. We have a targeted chat rules interface for doing this. And we have a JavaScript API that also lets you do this. And then we're going to just do a quick walkthrough on how we can set this up. Currently, plans with groups are platinum or higher, but we can also make custom plans. If you have a bronze or gold plan and you need groups as well, you can just ask an Olark operator, and anybody should be able to set you up with this. So let's do a quick walkthrough for just setting up an operator group. So first, if we navigate to our operators page, which usually looks like this, and you have groups enabled, you can see there's a create group button on the left side. So we just need to click that, and then after clicking that, you'll see a new group be created there. All you need to do is just click on that new group button, and then you can edit and change the information for this group right there. So you click on that pencil icon, you can rename it to anything you want: sales, marketing, engineering, whatever groups you need, and then you can add some operators by clicking on that Add Some Operators button right there at the bottom. Clicking on that brings you back to the operators page. And there we have a drop down. You can check the boxes next to your operators, the check boxes. And then you can click on the pull down menu right above the operator list titled Add Group. And in there, you can click the group you want to add them to. And then those operators will be added to that group. Now, making these groups and assigning operators to groups is easily done enough through this interface. What you also need to be able to do is you need to be able to lock visitors to a particular operator group. To do that, there's two different ways to do this. The first one, we can use our targeted chat rules interface, which we have provided for you under the Olark settings panel, or we can use the Olark JavaScript API if we would rather control this through code. The JavaScript API is a little bit more complex. We'll talk about that a little bit. I know that Nick Crone is going to do a talk on that in about an hour that will really, really, really go deep into that. So first, let's just look at the targeted chat rules, because that's the easiest one to set up and the easiest one to kind of get you going. So taking a look at this screenshot for the targeted chat rule, you can kind of see what's going on here. This particular example just makes sure that any chats originating from the mysite.com/sales domain, it will go to an operator in the sales group. So anybody on that sales page, when they create a chat in the Olark chat box, it'll just ensure that a sales operator will pick up rather than, say, a marketer or an engineer or someone who may not have all the information that a sales guy might want to have to be able to talk to a customer about. You can see under the conditions here, we're setting this based on the current URL. In the targeted chat rules interface itself, which is under settings and targeted chat, we have a large variety of conditions in that dropdown, other than just the current URL. We have things that you can target users based on location, browser type, visit frequency. There's a whole list in there. You can combine multiple conditions together. So whatever sort of situation you need to create for your user to determine where to send them, you can do under this interface. And then under the actions, all you need to do is just lock the visitor to the operator group, pick your group, save the rule, and you should be good to go. So then you can control exactly how chats get routed to different operators. The targeted chat interface is really great because it's much easier to use, I think, than the JavaScript API for most people. But if you do want to use the JavaScript API to do this, you can also do that. On the operator page, on the operator group page, you'll see something at the top of the page for each group, which is basically a code snippet. All you need to do is copy that code snippet and then paste it right under your Olark code snippet on whatever page that you want to lock visitors to. So here's just a quick screenshot of what that looks like. Again, if you really want to get into the details of the JavaScript API, I do suggest that you listen to Nick Krohn's talk about delving into the developer API. There are many, many, many more possible things that you can do outside of the targeted chat rules interface with this JavaScript API in terms of locking groups, when to show the chat box, when to hide it, who to send chats to, all the details, those sort of things, and you can control it all through code, which is very powerful and something that if you are using at a power user level, you'll really, really want to know. Another team feature of Olark that we have is the operator chat routing. This lets you customize exactly how customer chats get routed to your operators, which is extremely useful depending on the size of your support team. By default, all operators will see each incoming chat request, and whoever's the quickest to reply would get the chat. Sometimes this works good for sales teams where whoever is free can engage with the customer. You just want someone to engage quickly, and anybody can engage. Another setting that we have that you might not know about is we have a round robin chat setting. This just sets it so that each chat goes to only one available operator at a time on a rotating and availability basis. If you're a very, very busy support team, we recommend using round robin. That way the visitors are automatically assigned a chat operator. We use this all the time at Olark. It works pretty nice in sharing the load, especially when you have a very, very busy chat day and you can't possibly handle them all as they all come in. You need to have some sort of system that just makes sure that you're getting them as you can handle them. The other thing about chat routings, you can find it under the Customize Advanced sections or under Settings in Advanced. It's near the bottom of the page. The nice thing about it is you can set chat limits for each operator. This is really great. It just makes sure that no single operator will get overwhelmed by requests. When operators hit their chat limit, they're automatically set to away. And this just makes sure that new chats are routed only to available operators. For if all the operators you have, all of them are at their chat limit and they're all just chatting as much as they can with the limit set as high as they can. For new users coming in, the chat box will revert back to the offline mode so that visitors can still email if they have trouble. But it's a really nice way to just have operators be able to just take on as much as they can without overwhelming any one person. Because of course, if you're trying to handle 20 chats at one time, you're not going to be terribly effective, I don't think. Another great feature that we have is chat transferring. I know I use this all the time. Basically, what it does is in any chat client, it doesn't have to be just the Olark chat client. It can be any IM messaging client or anything that you're using. But you can use the exclamation transfer command right there in the chat box. And basically what it'll do is it will open up the chat and send a message to all available operators, just so that you can transfer the chat over for whatever reason you might need. A lot of times when I use it, I do it for when I have a question for somebody and I just don't know the answer, and another operator might be much better at answering the question. Other times I use it is when sometimes customers request specific operators. They say, I talked to Ryan the other day. Is he on? And if Ryan's on, I can just say exclamation mark transfer. Hey Ryan, can you take this? Can you take this chat? We have a customer who's requesting you. It's really, really nice just to be able to communicate between operators very quickly. And as you can see, we just do the exclamation mark transfer. You don't have to put a username or anything like that. You just have to do exclamation transfer, and then it gets sent to all operators. That's really useful just because it's much faster, and anyone can see it, and it only goes to available operators. So people who are busy aren't going to be bothered by it if they don't have time to take it for themselves. But it's a really nice way to help people who may not have the domain knowledge required for whatever the customer's question is, to be able to transfer to somebody who can give them the expertise that they need. The last thing I'd like to talk about is Olark's ability to tie in to most of the CRMs out there. I say most. We certainly handle the most popular ones, and it's very likely we are able to, that we're handling the ones that you probably use. I'll go into a little bit about how we actually support probably more than we say here. With the CRM, the integration is basically just let you keep all of your chat conversations and transcripts with the customers inside the CRM, which is so valuable for a sales team or a marketing team who wants to be able to track the history and also know whenever there's issues or anything like that come up between customers. Each CRM has different features. Your business has to decide which is best there. But the really nice thing is whichever one you probably end up choosing, it will probably connect to Olark, and you'll have access to the Olark chat transcripts. The ones I have listed here are not the only ones we support. These are just the most popular ones. We have like Desk.com, Salesforce, Highrise, Sugar CRM, and then we have the webhooks. The really great thing about the webhooks is that basically anyone can implement Olark chat integration, because all we need to define with webhooks is we just need to define an endpoint to send data to. And then once we do that, that can be set there, and most CRMs can integrate it. We often find a lot of times at Olark, there are CRMs that support Olark that we don't even know about, because the way they support it is just by having instructions saying to set up a webhook, put the CRM's endpoint in there and have the data send there, and then the CRM is able to consume and categorize that data as it needs to. It's really, really great because most of the time, even if for custom CRMs or even that they have a solution with webhooks, and then even just CRMs out there that maybe are very small and trying to get started, they can also support Olark very easily by just having a quick guide to show how to set it up with webhooks. Here's a quick screenshot showing how easy it is to set up an integration. This is for Desk.com. You can see here that all we have here, we just need to enter in our Desk subdomain field and API keys. All of those things are supplied by Desk.com. They have a part on their page where you can go an admin section. You can go there, just generate the API keys, and then all you have to do is input those keys here into Olark, and then boom, you're integrated. We even have options to send all transcripts automatically, so that whenever you have a chat end, a transcript will be generated and then fired off to Desk.com, where Desk.com will consume it and organize it as you need. It's a really, really great kind of fire and forget option. If you don't want to send everything, you can just do it manually in our chat console there. We have a command. It's an exclamation lead command, which basically just creates a CRM case and sends it off, fires it off manually. If you don't want to send everything over, I do recommend sending everything over just because it's easiest and you don't have to remember to do it. But if you do want to do it manually, you have that option as well. So those are the basic features that I really wanted to go over. A large number of requests that I handle, especially when I do chat, are the ones that I just covered. Groups being the main one. I so often get the question of, can we target visitors to a certain operator, to certain operators? And the answer is yes. All you have to do is just set up a group and set up a targeted chat rule to lock users into that. And it's really, really fantastic, especially the bigger your team gets, because it just makes it so much easier to really make sales pages, documentation pages, marketing, but whatever pages you need, and just have it go to the appropriate operator, so that if you have different teams, you don't have them all trying to clamor against each other and trying to figure out how to answer questions for things that they don't know the answer to. It's just a really great way to keep things organized.